Established over 30 years ago, Sasria was formed in order to service customer needs in the form of risk and loss suffered arising from the 1976 Soweto uprisings. While the organization has enjoyed much success as an industry player, creating more awareness around the brand remains a top priority.
So there are a number of projects that we've embarked on. I mean, the first one is to target our clients and also people that distribute our products. So, and we are advertising in a number of magazines. We've also now embarked on a digital things. I think everyone is on digital. So we're quite busy developing something on in the digital space, but we've also realized that that's not enough. So there are a lot of people that are currently not buying our products because they're not aware of our products. So we've also engaged with SABC where we are advertising Sasria in the regional radio stations, so trying to promote Sasria. Of course, integrity is quite critical for us, professionalism, teamwork, innovation and customer centricity. Customer centricity is quite important because we're in the service industry, and also the FSP requires us to take our clients seriously.
And as a state-owned entity, contributing towards the government's National Development Plan remains a key focus area.
Our business plan or strategy, 5-year strategy, needs to align to the National Development Plan. So of course we can't satisfy all the pillars of the National Development Plan. We pick up 3 which are related to our business. So as an example, in the past 4 years, our employment numbers have grown from 30 to 70. So we're contributing to the employment. We've also contributing to the bursaries. We currently offer 40 bursaries direct, and we're also a big contributor to the South African Actuarial Development Program, which is a program that was founded by our previous chairman, Cyril, that's aimed at developing actuaries. So currently they have 130 students sponsored by the SADP. So that's one of the things that we're doing. In terms of the infrastructure, development of infrastructure, we're looking for bonds or for investment opportunities where the money is used to develop infrastructure. So we currently have bonds that deals with those programs, build malls in the township, build schools, and so that's another way of developing. So, but we'll look at it at what else can we do.
Our internal and external capability development is also linked to the social development strategy at a national level, where we adopt a school and we invest in high school education so that we have a feeder from high school into universities who ultimately hold our bursaries, and from graduation onwards there are potential candidates to be on our graduate development program. And also, they can be our interns where we give them practical work experience, and they can be absorbed into our organization to become employees and obviously future managers as we train and develop them, depending on the hunger of the individual. And as you know, as part of the National Development Plan, HIV/AIDS is important. So we have a comprehensive wellness program that ensures that people are made aware and prevention measures are in place.
With transformation being one of the contributors of economic development, Sasria has taken major steps in ensuring compliance within the organization.
We feel that as a company that's operating in South Africa, a company that also realized that there's a history of certain population not being catered in the financial industry. So we felt that transformation is key to our strategic business objectives. So if you look at our representation at all levels, we're quite excited. We're fully represented from the board level, the gender, the race, senior management up until the lower level.
In junior management level, Sasria has done really well to ensure that we meet our economically active population requirements and targets for transformation. However, much work needs to be done at middle management levels and professional, particularly in the recruitment and retention of women and people with disabilities. We are aware of this because we've done an internal analysis to see where we are and where we need to go. So our plans are structured around addressing areas that needs development. So our skills development plan and also employment equity plan targets to do targeted recruitment so that we focus our recruitment on looking for people with disabilities and women in mid-level positions with critical and core skills that we can put into our organization.
Currently we have a level 2 rating under the generic scorecard, but what we have done is we've done a gap analysis, making sure that we are working towards achieving a level 3. So we have put plans in place. But I think the biggest challenge we're faced with is the human capital, the people we need, and where we need them, and the level of people we need, and match that, because there's such a scarcity in the industry at the moment that it's quite difficult to achieve those targets.
The current economic climate has forced many private and public entities to devise ways to remain financially stable. But what plans does Sasria have in place to counter possible financial loss?
Yes, Sasria has experienced quite an increase in the number of claims it has received over the last year. We're looking at an increase of around 49%. But even though the increase is big, it still has not caused any financial instability. Our current loss ratio is sitting at 37%, which is way below the average in the industry. But it doesn't mean we can take our foot off or our focus off what's important. Our big focus is on growing top line, because that's the best way to curb costs or curb the impact of costs on the business. We look at not increasing our rates, we look at getting more and more consumers using our product.
Of course, all the strategic focus areas or strategic business objectives are quite important, but the main thing for us is to remain financially sustainable. We've seen that some of the state-owned companies, they are struggling financially. So for us, we don't want to add another burden to the National Treasury. It's to remain financially sustainable. It's also to make sure that we treat our customers fairly and as required by the FSP.
Working with our distribution channel, training them, explaining our product to them, and making them understand the need the consumer has for this product. And that has worked well. If we look at our top line, it is increased way above average of the average insurance company. For most years we had double-digit growth. This is one of the first years where we won't achieve that. But further, we also keep our costs in line. If you make sure your costs is kept in line, you can have a successful business. And then also, over the years, we have built quite a lot of capital reserves, which is backed by investments. And we also invest our funds to increase our ability to pay claims. So Sasria protects its capital. That's one of the first things we do. We have an amazing reinsurance, or a very good reinsurance plan in place. We also have a good investment program in place that doesn't expose our capital to unnecessary risk. And also, I think we're a very well-governed organization. So make sure that we do things right, and we keep on monitoring our risks, making sure that we don't breach our risk appetite.
Moving forward into the future, Sasria continues to strive for professionalism, putting customers first, and implementing and effecting its 5-year strategic objectives.
It's business as usual for us. This company is run like in any other insurance companies. Professionalism, it's quite important. Taking our clients serious and not taking them for granted, it's quite important. And having a strategy and making sure that we implement our strategy and we're efficient and we grow the business. So we've demonstrated that in the past 30 years that we can be financially sustainable. In the last 5 years, we've really improved operationally. We're a more efficient company. We've also improved in terms of the composition of staff. So we've got more professionals than we have. So with those 3 pillars, this organization will go places. And it will remain financially sustainable and not dependent on the government.